No, the quiz you will be seeing is from the original user. To avoid copyright issue, I cut out the parts from the original video and added with a different effect. That way it will not cause any copyright issues. Basically, no, I just cut out from the original video, not the full part. I hope this will be helping for the YouTube community and enjoy the video. Enjoy. Basic enough, many people get rejected like a lot. Basic enough, during the modern day, including back in the days, many people get rejected from their jobs, or sometimes being as a, well, let's just say as a career. Basic enough, many people get angry from being rejected several times that they're willing to do anything to get that position, whether kill or basic enough harass. And there are plenty of examples today to show what rejection might happen to people who dare reject you. But today, we have a 1 against team battle. So basic enough, let's have fun between a meme and a 4 roster characters. SMG4 Waluigi, formerly a sidekick, a villain, and now became the god of rejection, well, formerly. And the Smash Newcomers. The newcomers are coming to Smash Ultimate. Okay, for this battle, I will not be including in Civil War, Piranha Plant, and Ken Masters, because this matchup was before the direct, but he's not the final direct for Smash Brothers Ultimate. So basic enough. For this match, these 3 will not be included in this one. Sorry guys, I know you're highly desperate to see these 3 be in the roster for this one, but sorry. My name is Deso24, and my job to analyze these, well, based on 1 against a team battle again to see who win in a deadly duel. Now, before I start this is SMG4 Waluigi, not the Mario Waluigi that we all know. Without being said, let's start this, shall we? Well, basically now, in the SMG4 universe, Waluigi definitely want to be in Smash Bros. Basically enough, after Bigly decided that he deserved to be in Smash Bros., it's time that Waluigi needs some help after being rejected by Master Chan the first time. So, you probably guess who gonna come to at that moment. Now, based on SMG4 Mario and Luigi, decided to help out Waluigi to be in the Smash Bros. Ultimate game, considering how he definitely wanted to do it. Well, basically, after a few moments, Waluigi was able to gain powers that had ever been seen before. Anyways, basically enough, as he soon is ready, he decided to face off with Master Hand to prove that he is worthy to become the fighter of Smash Brothers. And after a few battles, Master Chan decided to accept Waluigi. After showing his newfound power, Master decided to bring Waluigi in Smash Brothers. That all seemed happy to Waluigi. For a few seconds, actually. Yeah, here's the thing. You see, after being accepted by the Master Hand, including in the Smash Brothers community. You see, this is actually all a trick from Master Hand that will not bring Waluigi in the game. So basically enough, he been rejected twice, and basically enough, heartbroken, not just because he been rejected by the Master Hand twice, but also been tricked and been humiliated by the one who gave him the opportunity that led Waluigi into a world of void of rejection. But turned out Master Hand made his one fatal mistake. Waluigi became Darkless and basically on becoming the new rejection that really did do anything to get his way. After being rejected so many times, Waluigi his final form. Basically enough, Waluigi had been reborn as not just for revenge, but also redemption to the world. By the world, I mean the SMG4 world, because let's face it, even though the SMG4 universe, Waluigi still lose. But anyways, he was temporarily a lawyer, a circus manager formerly, and also a taco vendor and a villain formerly, surprisingly. Basically enough, Waluigi may be a downgrader for the SMG4 universe, but remember, SMG4 is the strongest universe in Mario fan-made franchise, and basically enough, SMG4 Waluigi in his final form is tougher. In his form, he was able to achieve some powers and abilities, such as his signature Waluigi launcher, which has been shown in 2015, where basically enough, Wario, SMG4, and surprisingly SMG4 Mario use it, knowing that he also had rejection powers, knowing that he also had the T-Virus, making his opponents do a T-Virus for permanently, also teleportation, shapeshift, surprisingly emotion manipulation, telekinesis, surprisingly. He also surprisingly has psychic powers for some reason, and able to control mind control anyone. That was shown in Master Hand. However, his most powerful ability is to teleport anyone to the rejection realm. See, rejection realm is kind of like a multiversal timeline that we're shown that makes powerful rejection, even with rejection made things. So basically now, that makes Waluigi much more powerful, even outside of the rejection realm as well. Despite that, Waluigi playing Arsenal, he usually have his signature, taco stand that can be used in tennis as a weapon as well, but his most strongest arsenal is the Staff of Rejection, formerly, because basically on long story short, been broken. Anyways, it usually could mind control, even shown with Master Hand, possessed of the T-Virus. Now that he even was able to use it on Master Hand, the Master Hand who created the Smash Brothers universe. Wow. In basically enough, SMG4 Waluigi is no doubt one of the strongest characters now in 2018. He defeated Master Hand, not just from the test, but also during his invasion. Now that he also caused the T-Virus apocalypse, mastered on tennis, tricked Mario Luigi thinking it's lava, but surprisingly it's actually Kool-Aid. And knowing that he managed to achieve his final four after being rejected by the main people in the Mushroom Kingdom except for Wario. And even though he'd been rejected several times, he also been respected by his own brother SMG4 Wario, even though he acted like a jerk. So basically enough, Waluigi is basically not one of the most OP characters in the Mario SMG4 franchise. Well, basically not formerly, because, here's the thing when we get to the flaws in 3, 2, 1, and now. You see, he'd been defeated and rejected and been tricked by Master Hand. First time, he was losing control from Terra in the last challenge of the War of Fast Italians, knowing that he'd been rejected by nearly everybody, even though he got stronger. And even though that was his final form, it can actually be turned out if someone gave him emotion. So basically enough, Waluigi they can't be surprisingly betrayed. Despite being as a rejected character, Waluigi is determined to take down anything. To whether be in Smash or be in any franchise, Waluigi will reject you for existence. If you dare reject him for every single time, the last thing you should do is show mercy against the almighty powerful God of rejection. Yeah, it sounds cool in my head, but it sounds cool for outside.
No, Waluigi.
Ah yes, the brand new game Super Smash Ultimate is coming next month. And to honor this, we're only going to be covering the newcomers. However, I wish I would be able to put Ken and Civil War and Piranha Plant be in the roster. But basically enough, the trailer was before the new direct. So sorry guys, I know you want to see these three in the roster, but I'm so sorry. But anyways, let's get to the roster, shall we? First is Daisy. Now Daisy is the first Echo Fire being introduced to Smash Brothers. Makes sense. But anyways, Daisy have pretty abilities even from Smash Brothers terms, but today, here's some abilities I'm carrying, such as her Water Flower, her Flowered Bed Return. Knowing that she also have the orange umbrella, kinda actually similar to Beach, but pink. And knowing that she also has the Fireball, and Crystal Malignation. Basically enough, up next is Simon Belmont. He's one of my favorite Castlevania characters. Anyways, there's plenty of abilities to choose from, but I'm only gonna pick a few. Anyways, his dancing whip with his chain whip can actually make damage, knowing that he has a twisted arrow, whip tornado, sudden impact, knowing that he has a stopwatch which surprisingly stop time for some reason, knowing that he also has hyper attack, which is vampire killer Simon version where it can actually kill a person instantly. Up next is another Castlevania echo character to Simon Belmont, Richard Belmont. Like Simon, Richard also has plenty of abilities to choose from, but anyways, why don't we check the few? Anyways, Richard have X, knowing that he also has the Holy Water Firebomb, he also has the Battle Cross Boomerang, Jug, and also like Simon, Stopwatch surprisingly stop time, including the Hyper Attack, which is Vampire Killer. Up next is Samus Aran arch enemy, Ridley. Ridley had been in this series before, faced out with Twilight, knowing that Waluigi, the OG one. But anyways, you want to see those? Go to the videos as shown. But anyways, Ridley have plenty of ability. He can use his claws and tails as a weapon, knowing that he also has camouflage, passive beam, which he can shoot, knowing that he has a healing fighter, mortal system, including Omega Braid gets much stronger. Up next is Nintendo's first Inkling. Yeah, not that awesome. Yeah, not awesome introduction, but basically enough Inkling made it to the game, so we can survive for that. Anyways, Inkling, orange or blue, have a killer whale, knowing that the Kraken, well not actual Kraken, but an ink version, knowing that they or he or she have Splashdown, Inkzuka, Ink Strike, and a Bubbler itself. Up next is, well, my unfavorite Fire Emblem character, Chrome. And I'm sorry, but based enough, I actually prefer Ike in Fire Emblem. I know. Anyways, Chrome, like in Fire Emblem, he has a historic and stunning planet, dual strike plus Archer. He also a Ether swordsman, and knowing that he also has Christian president as well. Up next is the darker and twisted version of Samus, Dark Samus. Now basically Dark Samus is surprisingly one of the Echo characters. Anyways, Dark Samus have present mobilization, knowing that power at DNA drain, and like he or she counterpart, have arcane like Samus, present beam, present plasma beam, including the signature final attack, the charge wing to a giant beam. Up next is the cute kindly character, Elizabeth. Now, being as the echo part for NES it make actual sense, but basically now Elizabeth is way dangerous like NES. Basically now she have in her arsenal she have X, knowing that chop wood, knowing that surprised she had a master sword. Don't ask me how. She also had the tree and watering can, knowing that balloons, right, including a show to duck up all her enemies. And finally, we had the king himself, King K. Rool. King K. Rool is the first villain of the Donkey Kong series, and basically now, he hasn't been relevant until now. King K. Rool can use his own crown as a weapon as a boomerang, He's surprisingly a good singer in the show you want to compare it to it. Your dad had superhuman endurance, technical prowess. He also has unlimited supply of cannonballs, surprisingly. But his most effective and most dangerous weapon is the crystal grenade. Overall, the newcomer Smash characters are really not to be anything. Some that have their flaws, some that have their own. But all of them together are stronger. With 3 villains and based on, well, a full roster of heroes, they are willing to do anything. And to end this statement, Smash newcomers are interesting. Some of them I like and some I not like. Yes, I'm talking to you, Chrome. Alright, commands have been done analyzed. Before I reveal who's the winner, let's go to see the results. Tell you guys voted. Shall we? Let's go! Okay, I know I promise I will not do that again, but come on, you know it's awesome. Over 43 votes, SMG4 Waluigi gets 26, and Smash Newcomers get 74%. Basically now you guys, probably because basically now you like Ridley, also Silent Belmont, and Dark Samus. But anyways, there's only a few comments, so let's just go through stick it with it, shall we? On delay, people. On delay! Yeah, so I'm sorry. From Jefferson Mayhem, says, please don't do it. Too late, Jefferson Mayhem. It's already been done. But it's kind of actually funny to think about it. There's also another comment from Hudson the Mighty. And basically, Hudson the Mighty say that, well. I guess that this one, they've been special for this, huh? It's kind of funny. Anyways, let's get to the winner, shall we? Let's go. And the winner between the rejected man up against the newcomers to Smash is SMG4 Waluigi. Yeah, maybe you didn't expect him to win. Knowing the reason why I made this episode just because we're Smash Newcomers to win. But surprisingly, when I go deeper against SMG4 Waluigi, he's surprisingly that strong. Anyways, maybe you probably trigger why that the new Smash Newcomers have become the losing team. Well, here's the thing. Okay, for those who are gonna be questioning, what are you doing? You don't unsubscribe! Okay, I know that seems dramatic at all, but basically enough, Waluigi, at best, that he surprisingly is mimetic. That's actually the thing. Go to the joke about Wikia. Anyways, Waluigi surprisingly one of the strongest, and basically now, here's some reason why when we get to the comparison. Now, basically now, we had to break it down to main pieces. So start out, it's a cute and curly but dangerous Inkling and is Elizabeth. Now at best, the Inkling and Elizabeth can't able to damage a based on heavy hits on baseball Waluigi. Even though with Inkling's ink can actually be charged, but at the end can actually be effective. Same with Elizabeth. But however, Waluigi gets this round because even though that Elizabeth and Inkling can't be a short, but let's face it, even though that they can take on baseball Waluigi, but fighting for Waluigi will be a problem for them. Yeah, for those who are Splatoon fans or the Animal Crossing fans, I am so sorry, but unfortunately, the first round I'm giving to is SMG4 Waluigi. Up next is Nintendo's the meanest and baddest villains, Ridley and King K. Rool. Now at best, that really get able to take on the base more Waluigi with his Omega Ridley form, including King K. Rool with his supply of unlimited ammo, and also surprisingly could go, before I gotta mention that. But even that, in baseball Waluigi, but like I remembered, Final Form Waluigi is stronger, so at best, SMG4 Waluigi gets second round because even though that really Omega form and also his saving factor, including King K. Rool's abilities with his stomach, but unfortunately, SMG4 Waluigi have plenty of ability to survive some blows. Even though that really healing factor can be a problem for SMG4 Waluigi, But due to the T-Virus, there's no returning for that one. So basically, our second round is given to is Waluigi. Up next is the Echo Fighters, Chrome, Dark Samus, and Daisy. Now, let's be honest, even though that, well, basically, here's the thing. SMG4 in the world, Daisy never been exist. So that'd be a little bit interesting. So even though with Dark Samus aid, current Chrome skills swordsman, and knowing that Daisy's fire abilities, but however, SMG4 Waluigi, well, you probably guessed it, would get the third round, because even though that the Echo Fighters such as Chrome, Dark Samus, and Daisy have stronger abilities, but at the end, SMG4 Waluigi is much more tougher than these three combined. Even though that at their best, at their peak, doesn't actually count. The only strong Echo Fighter is actually Dark Samus, but unfortunately enough, even though with that, the third round game to is Waluigi. And finally, it's SMG4 Waluigi versus the Castlevania Bros. Now basically this would be a challenge because with Sonic Belmont and Richard Belmont's arsenal and abilities, it will be a rival to Waluigi in final form. But however, there's one downside. Even though that only fed on vampires, also to humans for both the Belmont. But however, well, yeah, sorry guys. Even though I like Castlevania, but SMG4 Waluigi gets it because remember, in his final form, it even stronger than SMG4 Mario and SMG4 himself. Since that comparison that SMG4 Waluigi can be compared to SMG4 Mario, which will base enough can able to keep up with punching Sonic and even have a current durability regeneration fact. So even though with that, I'm sorry. Also, it's worth knowing that even though all of them together will be the strongest, but at the end, SMG4 Waluigi is at another level. The Mimic level is surprisingly strong that make it vital to the Hyperverse or the Outerverse itself. So even though that all they have their best, but SMG4 Waluigi is stronger than his normal counterparts, including SMG4 Mario. I can just say the rejection goes to the newcomers. The winner is SMG4 Waluigi. Wow! Yeah, I know. Seems a little bit dramatic. So I'm just gonna get out of here.